more support from you guys could
Okay,
help.
yeah, I understand because this is such a huge school and
Mm-hmm.
it is crucial for us to make an effort to accommodate each teacher with their specific needs. So given your evaluation and the noticed behavior issues that we've seen in your classroom, I think that I'll talk to the other administrators about either getting you an aide or we can see if there's room to pull out those students into the resource room.
That'd be great. Yeah, just any type of help would really be great. Because I noticed that, like, the bad behaving students are really affecting the better performing students. Because if they can't learn, if their learning is constantly being just, like, interrupted, then it's really hard for them to stay on track. And I'm noticing it in their work and in their behavior also. So I don't want their behavior to affect everyone else's. And I feel like that kind of showed up in the assessment.
Right, so you feel like that these two students that you have in your class are really impacting.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, so we'll try to work on that, but also in your evaluation, as you saw, we noticed that your lesson seemed not consistent. It was kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Do you have any reason for that?
Well, I mean, sometimes, you used to be a teacher, I'm sure you know that sometimes we have to adapt as we go. And I noticed the lesson wasn't going the way it should have, so I tried something new that might not have worked that day. But I guess you just sometimes have to adjust the lesson to how things are going. And so the lesson didn't go as planned, as you could see. But I thought that it was a pretty good lesson for the way the class was behaving.
Right, I understand. I thought the lesson had high potential, but given, as we mentioned, the students, it was not working out. Have you tried lessons like that in the past, and had they worked?
Yeah, I mean, I do this generally as I teach. I try to adjust as I'm going, and it usually always works, but this day just was really difficult, and I don't know, it just seemed like everyone was in a bad mood and nothing was going to go right.
Yeah. Was there anything like personally affecting you that day that could have impacted your evaluation?
I always have. I mean, it was probably it was a rough morning. I don't know. When you start your day out rough, I guess it might impact the kids a little bit and then rub off on them. So my attitude could have probably had something to contribute to the situation. So I probably could have taken a step back and thought about my feelings for the day before I went in and talked to all the kids.
Okay. That day I know you are feeling really stressed. Are there any specific ways that you try to handle that stress throughout the day?
I try to just take a minute to myself and think about how I'm feeling, kind of calm myself down and get rid of those feelings so that I have a clean mind and can just talk to everyone and not be influenced by how I'm feeling and really take into consideration what the kids need.
Right. Yeah, your attitude is definitely important when you're in the classroom. And I think that getting an aide for you would definitely alleviate some of that stress, especially when, you have 30 students and it's just all on you a lot. So I understand that could be an issue. Was there anything else on your evaluation that concerned you?
I guess the time of day that you came in to observe, it was much closer towards the end of the day than usual, and I think that definitely had an effect on how you graded me, because usually you come in the morning, kids are kind of awake and refreshed and ready to start working, and this time it was the end of the day and we weren't in a good place, and I don't know. I think that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, I understand that afternoons can definitely be challenging for teachers and the students. And it was on a Friday afternoon, and so I can see that also would have impacted your evaluation. How do you feel you can improve your evaluation for the next time?
Well, I feel like I could better prepare a lesson and think about what's going to need to be changed and think about what type of problems we might have ahead of time so that I could better be prepared for them to handle them. I feel like I just need to be a little bit more prepared.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned thinking of potential problems that might arise during your lesson. What potential problems do you think could arise?
Well, I like the behavior of these two students. and just maybe how the lesson is going to affect certain students. Some students might need more help than others. So we might have to take more time for those students, and then I'll have to prepare work for the other students that are ahead. So I just need to think more about the lesson ahead of time and how it's going to affect the students.
Yeah, I think preparation would definitely improve your teaching. Is there anything else